right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash. Double honors unto the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Shalom to you, the elect. Shalom to the brothers out there pushing this truth with the boots on the ground, risking your lives and freedom more so than ever. Back at you with another lesson through the Spirit. All right. Yeah, man. Esau is, we're in a silent Jacob's trouble, man. Like, if you really want to see things, they don't put shit on the news and stuff like that, but we're in something totally silent but deadly. So I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna play a few videos, and Esau got things set up. Because we already started off, with Northern Kingdom get it first, and then Southern Kingdom get it the worst. All right, and we're starting to see Northern Kingdom getting it first. All right, but the Southern Kingdom is starting to get it worse because it's starting out. I was trying to find a video of missing young black women. I think there's been a bunch of serial killers going on. There's serial killers and they're killing young black women. Over in UK, I couldn't find the news article or the thing. I might have to do that later. But there's been a lot of hangings. A lot of hangings to young Southern Kingdom. And those hangings, actually, they rule them suicides. But, who the hell's gonna climb up a fucking 10-foot, 20-foot tree with a rope? And it doesn't align with the statistics of people killing themselves. But we already know that, but that's a sign of the trouble for Jacob, man. All right. But we're gonna play these videos, and then we're gonna hit a few precepts, hoping it's edifying to the elect. And there's also a video around where ICE is picking up Haitians, and they look like regular Jake. Of course they're regular. Haitians. That's a tribe of Levi, but this is something crazy, man. But it's not like if you're in the know, if you're in the spirit, you read these scriptures. It's not a surprise. All right. it's almost like you gotta know, you gotta be in the know, because pretty soon, because majority of Esau's they got contractors that play for like ICE or whatever. They got certain police officers, militias that are working for Trump, and they're pretty much those hateful Edomites that don't like Jake. You know what I'm saying? And it's by design. The Lord is putting that in fruition, but it's a sign of Jacob's trouble, and we must be aware. Get out of the spells that they put upon us to keep us docile. 1 Peter 5:8. Be sober and vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, are as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. They're not going to do any news coverage or anything, because this is what they want. Depopulation, with regular Jake they can't deport Black America, so-called Black America or whatever. They can't deport that. So they got to kill. They got to find ways to kill and destroy. That's why you got these biochemical warfares, and you got all these other things going on, because they want to kill. And it's going to happen. It's going to be in a mist, like a purge. And that's the Jacob's trouble, all right? That Jacob's trouble, which we are in, but it's a minor thing right now. It's going to get even greater, because that's what's got to happen before nuclear war and the World War III and stuff like that. That's what's going to happen before, and we see signs. Jeremiah chapter 30 verse 6. Ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. So all the men out here that are not seeing it happen and not aware of it, and are not in the spirit, and are not soaking in this wisdom and knowledge, which is going to be the stability of thy time in the future. All the men that are not men of the Lord are going to be like, they're going to be scared. They're going to be like bitches. They're going to be scared. And if the men are going to be like that, imagine what the women are going to be like. All that pride that the women have is going to be out the window. At last, for that day is great, so that none is like it. Yeah, none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. For it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord of hosts, that I will break his yoke from off thy neck, and will burst thy bonds, and strangers shall no more serve themselves of him. All right. So the Lord is bringing a spirit of coldness in this place, man. We're behind enemy lines, and we must not play games. Jake out there playing games and having fun and lollygagging and getting caught up in some bullshit. All right. We must stay in the spirit of the Lord, so we can be protected by the angels. All right. So we can be, and the Lord can bless us with wisdom and all that stuff that's needed to survive the times to come, man. All right. I got another video, because they've made a prison in, I guess, Alcatraz or something like that, in the forest area where there's alligators all around it and all that shit. This is what they've done and what they're doing, and it's all part of. See, they, like I said, like what's been said, Northern Kingdom get it first, and Southern Kingdom get it the worst. See, all they need is all they need is an excuse to just send people, over to this Alcatraz thing. We know that 90%, 80%, whatever, of Southern Kingdom and Israelites are in the penitentiaries. So this thing is for our people. This prison that is going to be planned. And it's all you know, just hear this brother, you know, check it out. unrighteous decrees. Unrighteous decrees, man. Unrighteous decrees. And then in the spirit, it hit me that, you know, when we were in bondage, in slavery days, which we're still in captivity, but the slavery days when we were on the plantation, for real, there was those plantations. They used to steal the women's babies and feed them to alligators in Florida, you know, and other places, whatever. You know, that's what they used to do. They used to feed young Israelite babies to alligators, all right? Esau has the same damn tactics today, you know. They got the same book, but on a larger scale, all right? Now, when you look at the history of their violence and, you know, even the statistics now, Edomites, so-called white people, are the number one in rape, the rapist, number one in killing shit. They're number one in a lot of things, but they're not the ones that's in these prisons being sent to these places, all right? This shit is really hypocritical, which is Esau is a hypocrite. The hypocrisy, all right? But we see it, and that's why because of the violence done to thy brother Jacob, the Lord has to do some damage to these people. That's why, you know, prophecy has to come and put these people in a motherfucking, dig them out the clefts of the rocks and, you know, put them to death, you know, because this shit is getting out of hand. It's been getting out of hand. Isaiah chapter 10, verse 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that right grievousness which they have prescribed, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people. The widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless, all right? And they know, just like the school to prison pipeline, man, they're watching how kids are doing themselves, you know, behaving themselves nowadays, and they're trying to get them lined up for that Alcatraz, get them lined up for other shit. That's not. I guarantee that's not the only fucking place they got brewed up. And what will ye do in the day of visitation, and in desolation which shall come from far? To whom will ye flee for help, and where will ye leave your glory? And that's talking with Esau. Like, what you gonna do when the Lord comes back and really like press you and put you in your motherfucking place? All right, because this, man, surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, man. All right, these people have done so much damage and continuously doing damage. You know, these people are sending Issachar and the Northern Kingdom off to these places. El Salvador, that's another separate place. You know, because they're in their land. This is their land, all right. And then they want to send the Edomite South Africans over here for a place to stay. They sent them Ukrainian motherfuckers over here with our tax dollars. I still haven't got my damn taxes. You know, see, it's all fucked up, man. They playing it. You know, unrighteous decrees. You know, they're putting people into it's pretty much slavery again, man. It's the same, bro. Trying to bring back the old ways. You know, they're easing it back in, trying their best to do so. And that's where Jacob's trouble shit's gonna come. All right. And there's more stuff happening, but the news not reporting it. You know. Look at that. you know, we're about to what it's 4th of July is finna be. You know, all these motherfucking goofy ass Jakes are gonna celebrate it. We weren't even fucking free in them times, man. 4th of July and shit like that. We are still in fucking captivity. Jake gonna have his American flag on him and shit like that, but don't even realize what the fuck's gonna come, man. Baruch chapter 3 verse 8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments, according to all the iniquities of our fathers which departed from the Lord our God. All right, we're still in punishment right now, you know. So we need to get right with the Lord and not celebrate these pagan ass fucking holidays, man, that our people just love to indulge in, and then want to play some old we want rights and, you know, fight for our rights type shit. How they gonna fight for your rights, or how they gonna do all this shit? How they gonna whatever when you still indulging in the Edomite supremacy holidays and shit, man? You know, this shit should make Jake mad. Jake should be like, man, fuck 4th of July. But that's not the case. That's why the Lord's gonna have to just judge Jake. Majority of our, you know, even the Northern Kingdom, the Lord's gonna have to judge. Is going to have to judge you, motherfuckers, man. For real. For real. So oppression is we're in full oppression, and they keep continuing with it. Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart. All right. They gift you a symbolism of some black dude that look, you know, but they won't gift you with reparations and their whole bank account. You know what I'm saying? Which they should give us everything they got. But the Lord's gonna, what the Lord said, vengeance is mine. All right, and we must be patient and stay in the Word and stay in the Spirit, you know, and be diligent, you know, be acceptable men, you know, be acceptable men for the Lord until the time comes for the Lord to return. But with that, I hope the elect was edified. All right, hope the elect was edified. I'm gonna give all praises and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash. Shalom to the elect. Yaquab from Champaign, Illinois, Great Millstone. Till next time, Shalom, Kwam Yasharallah.